focus, the effectiveness of mall security. Now, it also raises the issue of who's liable, the property owners, shopkeepers or security companies, to cover the costs of injuries and damages, as well as the legal expenses, of course. Executive Head of SHA Specialist Underwriters, that's Simon Colman, he joins us on the telephone now from Hermanus in the Cape to talk about security around the shopping malls. Good afternoon, Simon. Are you with us?
Hi, Keshni. Thanks for having me.
Welcome to SABC News this Christmas Eve, Simon. Can you elaborate a little bit fast on what international mall practices, security practices, that is, look for now, and where exactly are we falling short here at home?
Look, I think around the world there's obviously heightened security, particularly around the festive season. And we've seen even in countries that have quite advanced security measures in place, things are still happening. So it's not to say that if a business implements advanced risk management that they're not going to fall victim to a crime. But it's to say that everything that they should be doing, everything possible to try and mitigate injuries to their customers. And that's really what we're trying to get business owners to think about in South Africa. You know, you're not automatically liable if somebody is attacked or if there's a robbery on your premises. But it could get nasty if it turns out that all the right things weren't done leading up to that.
Simon, when it comes to liability, who is indeed liable for covering the costs of injuries, damages and legal expenses when it comes to this type of business robbery in particular?
Yeah, look, it's a bit of a grey area. I mean, the obvious answer is, the people that are committing the crime are the ones that are liable for the damages or the injuries. But if one just takes a step back and bearing in mind the discussion we had about putting the right things in place to mitigate loss, if a customer is injured while they're on your premises, and let's just say there's been a robbery on those premises every weekend since the start of the festive season, and the property owner's done nothing to improve the security, it's likely that the liability for those injuries is going to fall onto the shoulders of that particular property owner. And that's really a situation that one doesn't want to get into.
Simon, what are the kinds of insurance options that are available to property owners, shopkeepers or shopping mall tenants?
Look, I'm pleased to say that most shopping centre owners and businesses in South Africa have got some form of what we call public liability insurance. The problem that we've encountered, though, is that businesses often don't have enough of it. So there are still companies out there that buy 1 million or 5 million rands worth of insurance. Sounds like a big number. Spend a few days in court, and if a couple of people have been injured in some kind of shootout, that's really not going to be adequate. And then you're not only talking about people who can't be compensated, you're talking about a business that's probably going to have to close its doors.
Thank you, Simon. That's Simon Colman, Executive Head at SHA Specialist Underwriters, joining us on the line from Hermanus there. Let's move on to some other news now.